I applied for the ADSA PhD scholarship to give something back to the people of Western Australia. As the first recipient of the scholarship, what I wanted to do was to improve the outcomes and the care for our mesothelioma patients in Western Australia. And what I wanted to do was to try to improve the outcomes, the effectiveness of treatment, and generally provide hope to patients and their families afflicted with this disease. Mesothelioma is a rare cancer that is due to asbestos exposure. Western Australia has the highest incidence of mesothelioma in Australia. And I find that the most pressing issues, the greatest needs of patients and their families, are just for someone to provide them with hope, just the reassurance that somebody will look after them in such difficult and challenging circumstances. I think of research in mesothelioma as planting small trees in an orchard, and the ideas, the data, and the insight that I've gained from this PhD scholarship will help us to grow that orchard in the future and stimulate new research to help our patients in Western Australia. Whilst it is a rare disease in some other parts of the world, it is unfortunately not a rare disease in Western Australia. This is due predominantly to the James Hardie factories as well as the Whitnoon mine. And it's also because of the prevalence of asbestos-containing compounds in the environment around us, in buildings, in construction material. The research is important because it affects patients and causes a great deal of suffering with significant symptoms like breathlessness and pain and fatigue. And it also creates a lot of anxiety in patients' families as well, because they're worried, they're concerned, they find it difficult to predict if they are going to be also afflicted with mesothelioma down the track. The research is at a stage where we've generated many meaningful and valuable leads as to how we can create new trials, create new research projects that will help further inform patient care. I've been working with beautiful people in the Asbestos Diseases Society of Australia, including Melita, Robert and Rosemary. They've provided significant amounts of patient advocacy, and they've also been able to teach me as a clinician as to what patient needs are when it comes to mesothelioma. To have the assurance that they're being looked after with the best knowledge base possible in a clinical setting. We should be cultivating more awareness more broadly in the community at levels of government about how difficult and significant this disease is for Western Australians. I am going to be here for the patients and the families of those afflicted with mesothelioma. I will continue with my research, which has already yielded promising information. And I think that there's no ceiling on what we can do and should be doing for our patients with this disease. I would like to be around looking after patients with mesothelioma in Western Australia for as long as I can into the future.